few days ago on stream, I was given a monumental task. Crown the true champion of Christmas. Not something from TV, not something from a movie. No, this would be the one and the only. What I didn't anticipate was Rocket League Beam Battles, some of the closest games I've ever witnessed, and an unhealthy fandom being created for a dinosaur. This is the story about how the champion of Christmas emerged from the shadows to take their crown. To prepare for the upcoming festivities, I decked myself out in all essential Christmas gear. That's right, I'm talking lights, I'm talking headwear, I'm talking a delightful beverage. Right, here we go, ASMR. Nailed it! And of course, the most Christmassy tradition of all, a toasty. For those of you that don't know what that is, Google it, make one, you'll thank me later. The tournament was to run under special rules using the in-game tournament system, where each game would require 5 goals to emerge victorious. I would set up custom rules tournaments, and whoever won the tournament would qualify for the semi-finals. The first tournament was one of my favorites. Air hockey. It's a game mode that was created by Gibbs, as much as I don't want to give him credit for anything, and it's one of the greatest takes on manipulating Rocket League's physics. Or at least it would have been if I set up the tournament properly. This works just as well. Our opening tournament game saw a tug of war between two of my community's best, with both Wiseboy and Crazion battling, jostling for position, as it became an all-out war which Wiseboy eventually won. This was the moment that I realized that despite my mistake, this tournament could still be saved. The next match, however, rocked my confidence. Come on, Lawler! You've got this, buddy. You've got a one-way trip out of my tournament. Thankfully, the next game was much closer, and while I was ruining any chances I had of making a comeback in my commentary career, and yeah, I casted 3 Rocket League World Championship Grand Finals, by the way, Blader booked himself a spot in the qualifier finals. His opponent was going to be Dunla, someone who had absolutely rinsed everyone on his way through to the final. He was also someone who was, displeased with my choice of tournament rules. And as the Cell theme from Dragon Ball just so happened to start playing, we strapped ourselves in to see what true masters of puck control could really do. So yeah, Blader won this. The second tournament was also my second favorite mode in Rocket League, Droppy S. Here's the rule set, knock yourself out. In short, it's drop shot with no goal reset and enhanced physics. Cole would often describe this mode as okay. The first few rounds were used to get rid of the unworthy, but from the quarterfinals onwards, we were treated to banger after banger. Why is this missed? Take a look at this game between Dolphin Man and Storm Warning. Storm starts off incredibly well, dealing plenty of damage to his opponent's side of the field. But then I can only assume he was attacked by mutant wasp bat hybrids. That is the only reason I can possibly think of that can justify this collapse. I, of course, was very sympathetic to his plight. Over in the semi-finals, Addyman was facing Dunla, who was fresh off his loss to Blader in the previous finals. Seeking to avenge his loss, Dunla swiftly and decisively went 3-0 down, then 4-0 down, then dropped the ball in his own goal to seal his fate. This art of choking certainly will not be a theme throughout this video. Our finals then became Addyman versus Dolphin Man, both vying for a qualification spot. Both were incredibly equal, trading a game between them and showing glimpses of the spirit required to become the champion of Christmas. But for some reason, Addy was the stronger of the two. Was it because he wanted it more? Was his car simply better, or was it the demonic energy coming up from his side of the field? All we did know is that he had sealed his spot and qualified. After refueling for the next tournament, that wasn't bad, we got started once again. Tournament 3 was much simpler, 10 times boost in fact. I also put an extended push out for Christmas themed cars. And after some difficulty trying to find one, I got my wish. Sort of. Thankfully, the man with the greatest name provided us with an incredibly close game. Oh jeez, I just realized that rhymed. And if you thought that match was great, then the next one was simply phenomenal. There was an explanation for this, that being that Tubak, his opponent, was AFK, so Tetrial was giving him a chance to sort himself out. This was wonderfully in tune with the Christmas spirit. It wasn't, however, in line with Shogi Bowl spirit. So Tetrial was removed. Now, I would like to claim that the finals was a knockdown, drag-out brawl between two players at their peak. But that would be a lie.
Fraud detected.
With Wiseboy, Addyman, and Blader occupying 3 of the 4 spots, the final qualifier became our most entered yet. Now, I could talk you guys through the incredible games that populated our final qualifier, but that is simply unimportant when I could tell you of the story of one man, one legend that captured the hearts of everyone. That man was Bobasaurus. Never before had one man been so cheered for. He was our Garrett G. After creating a suitable chant for him, Bobasaurus, the friendly dinosaur. Watch him score. Watch him roar. That certainly wasn't distracting. He swept aside his first opponent with minimal issues. Just don't concede. Just don't concede. Oh, no, no, no. No! Watch him score. And watch chat roar. Got past. Only have to do it a few more times. Another huge flick. There's no way for him to get back. It's Bobasaurus, the friendly dinosaur. In the semi-finals, he made his opponent forfeit existence as he powered his way to the qualifier finals. That's right, Dunler was back, and he was more dangerous than ever before. Dunler set about picking Bobasaurus apart with a kickoff that was simply too strong and flicks that were too powerful. Yet, Bobasaurus had our unconditional support. You're going extinct. You're going extinct. Bobasaurus, you're going extinct. Okay, maybe not. But what he did have going for him was Dunler's inexplicable ability to choke any situation. Oh, wait, there's the first one. Surely, ref, there we go. And like that, the comeback was on. Dunler, the Christmas meteor. Yo! What?
Chokes detection warning.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest moment in all of Rocket League. Hell yeah. Time had saved Dunler, and he had booked a spot in the semi-finals. And speaking of the semi-finals, it was time to start them. On one side of the bracket, we had Addyman versus Blader, and on the other, we had Dunler versus Wiseboy. Now, players would play against each other using the rule sets of the tournament they had won to get here, in a best of 3. This became a problem very quickly. Blader outpushed Addy. Addy narrowly squeezed out Blader in drop ES. Wiseboy smacked Dunler in 10 times boost, but found no answer when we moved over to 0 boost Retropia. Both of the semi-finals were deadlocked, meaning that we needed a tiebreaker. Luckily, I had come prepared. Thus, we moved on to Greed, a game mode where the semi-finalists would face against my 3-man hit squad. The person with more points at the end would move on. Despite Addy's best efforts at a comeback, he was always trailing against Blader and was eliminated. In the other match, my hit squad seemingly vented their frustrations, while Wiseboy booked his spot in the finals. which left only two. Wiseboy and Blader immediately showed their intent to win that crisp £5 prize pool, both winning their own game modes with ease. Here they will be playing a best of 5, so we went straight on to Drop ES, which Wiseboy won. At this point, I was thinking that we might need another game of greed to separate these titans. He's got to go full pace and he can't afford a mistake. That is the worst spot to be in. As Wise holds his nerve. That challenge will head towards the middle. Oh, it bounced for Wises! Game over, man! Wiseboy had done it. After all the qualifiers, all the fun times, and all the memories that we had, he had become the champion of Christmas.